Hey, welcome back to my subscribers, and if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button, y'all, and hit the notification bar so you'll be able to know when I make a new video. So as y'all can tell by the title of my video, today I'm going to be talking about my pregnancy, my labor, and my son's stay in the NICU. I did a Facebook poll and I want to say I put like DIY. Do y'all want to see a DIY? What would you like about my pregnancy? And y'all, nobody put the DIY. I really thought people was going to want to know how I make stuff, but I guess not. So as some of you might know, I have a son. He's 3 and his name is T. And T is 3 years old now, and he was born at 28 weeks. He was 2 pounds and 8 ounces. He had a 7-week stay at the NICU. This is my husband, TJ. And he's going to be joining me on a video today, y'all, to kind of like tell his side of how he felt about stuff as well.
I pretty much was like, that's what's up. And I pretty much was like, that's what's up.
The second I found out, y'all, I was so scared. Not scared like, bruh, like I don't want a baby, but more like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm finna do. Am I gonna be fat? Is the weight gonna stay? Oh God, I just bought crop tops. Like, I was legit thinking like that, y'all. I was so scared. And I was like, dang, we just got engaged. Like, this happened fast. And I was just shocked that it happened. And y'all, I always say this, TJ got me pregnant on purpose. He was not shocked at all.
Maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
So me and my sister so close. Like, I called her next and I was like, oh my gosh, sis, this test say I'm pregnant. Y'all, no lie. I heard my niece stroller come around the curb and I heard her put her key in the door. And she was like, let me see it. So she looked at it. She was like, oh my gosh. She was like, oh my gosh, sis, you pregnant. And she was so happy and excited. And the first thing she said, I know it's going to be a girl. I'm so excited. Can't wait to meet my niece. And I called my mom. My mom was not shocked. She was like, oh, okay. Well, that's good. Congratulations. I'm so happy for y'all. I'm glad y'all having a baby. I did not tell my dad myself. For some reason, I was so scared. Like, I was like 12 having a baby, even though I was 25. I was like, oh, nah, I don't want to tell him. So, sis, you'll call daddy? So she called him and she was like, oh, daddy, Quenisha pregnant. So he was like, oh, okay. And he got on speakerphone and he was like, oh, well, I can't wait to meet my granddaughter girl because I know it's not going to be no boy. So I was like, okay, daddy. So I didn't really think as far as like what it might be.
I told my mama, and she pretty much was like, kind of figured that. Told my daddy, and he was like, I know it's a boy, and he gonna be named after us.
Period. And another reason I was so shocked was because I didn't have no symptoms. I did not have morning sickness. I don't feel like, I don't want to say I didn't gain weight. I did notice body changes, but I wasn't sick. I wasn't having no cravings. I wasn't sleeping a lot. So I just was like, pregnant? What in the world?
And that's because I was getting all the symptoms. I was sick, throwing up everywhere, had all type of crazy cravings, kettle corn with hot sauce, pickled eggs, and salt and vinegar chips and stuff like that.
And I thought all that stuff was so nasty, y'all. Like, no lie. I used to be like, what is he eating? And I sure was like, he got a stomach virus. I hope I don't get it. Like, that's disgusting, but
it was good.
I don't like stomach virus.
So I found out on June 9th of 2015 that I was pregnant. And on June 11th was my first appointment. When I went to the doctor's office, I was 6 weeks, right?
6 weeks.
I was 6 weeks, and I was so excited. Like, the second I saw my baby, I was like, oh, okay, this gonna be all worth it. I know what I'm gonna do, even though I had no clue. So when I first saw my baby, I started calling my baby Dot. So my whole pregnancy, my baby, before I knew what T was, he was Dot. Okay, so Dot this, Dot that. After my first appointment, though, we had a scare because I started having like excessive spotting. So we went twice, right? We went twice to the emergency room because I was risking miscarriage. So we went both times. The first time was pretty smooth. It was really nice. The second time, the lady was just like, oh, you're going to have a miscarriage. Just go home and let it happen, basically. But she told us that, but one of the nurses was like, no, I want to check the baby's heartbeat. And his heartbeat was so strong. She was like, no, this baby's going to be fine. This baby is a fighter and you'll be fine. Just keep doing what you're doing and we're going to put you on bed rest. Bed rest was so hard. Everybody that know me know that I cannot sit down. I don't like
nothing.
I don't like to watch TV. I don't like nothing that involves you sitting long time. And he made it so fun. Like, I literally was so sad because I was like, bruh, bed rest is going to be so boring. My mama, my sister, and my fiance at the time made everything so bomb because, like, stuff that I didn't even think about doing while you were sitting down, they made it fun. Like, cards, board games, movies I never saw. Like, y'all going to take my black card, but I had never saw Color Purple. Well, it was a lot of movies I had not seen that a lot of black people glorify. What else? It was a lot of movies. The Wiz. I had never seen The Wiz. I had never seen Scarface. None of that.
Yeah, I had
so
Scarface.
Right. So while we was on bed rest, I caught up with a lot of stuff like that. I did some reading. I did some research about pregnancy, and one of my friends, she had bought me a pregnancy book. I read that, and it helped me a lot. My niece would come give Auntie hugs and kisses. My sister and my mom would sit and watch TV with me, hang out. We would paint nails, all type of stuff. We had a really good time. But it went by really fast. So when I could get up, it made me appreciate stuff way more. And it made my pregnancy more enjoyable because I enjoy everything besides, like, being a... Well, I thought I was going to enjoy bed rest, but it was pretty bomb. And I got a lot of rest. And I was able to, like, really be, like, healthy and still be active, healthy. After I found out, y'all, it seemed like the next day my stomach started growing. I might be being dramatic, but soon after I found out, I started showing. When I was 8 weeks, y'all, I don't know if I'm going to put the picture, like, inserted here or if I'm just going to put it in the slide. I'm still deciding. But I started showing, and I was so emotional. Me and my fiance, we lived in separate places. So he had his place, I had my place. And when I went to his house one day, I don't know what was wrong, y'all. I was in the room boo-hooing. When he came in, he was like, what's wrong with you?
She don't never cry.
Yeah, and I'm not a crier. So when I was crying, he was looking like, what am I supposed to do? Like, woo, figure it out. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to keep checking on you. I'm going to sit right here till you tell me what's wrong. And I felt so crazy, y'all. And then shortly after the emotion started, y'all, I started being so nauseous. My appetite was crappy. Now, I only threw up twice my whole pregnancy. I did not throw up like that. But I was so nauseous. Like, it was to the point to where we had to go out and get Prego Pops. Expecting moms, if you struggle with nausea or morning sickness, y'all get y'all some Prego Pops or the Prego Drops, y'all, on Amazon. Check them out. You will not be disappointed. While we went to, was that Bye Bye Baby? Our Babies Are Rest? One of those. Bye Bye Baby. We picked up some Prego Pops and we were able to get me a pregnancy journal, which kept me busy. I could write down all type of stuff throughout my pregnancy and make sure that I kept track of everything so that I would have it for later. My first trimester went by pretty smooth. The pros of it was I wasn't sick. I wasn't, like, too tired to do stuff.
I was.
Yeah, he was all the cons were I was getting big fast. Like, I was showing really quick. I was big. Like, my first trimester, people was walking up to me like, what you having? Oh, are you almost due? Like, y'all so rude. Who says that to people? Now I know, like, the proper etiquette when I see pregnant people. I'm always like, oh, you look pretty. When are you due? Not, are you almost due? Damn, you big. Like,
got twins in there?
Yeah, that's another thing we always got too. People so dang silly. So, my first trimester, that was my only... Oh, and I didn't have appetite. Like, I used to always look at look and see pregnant women and be like, okay, look, they get to eat a lot of stuff that they like. I had no appetite. Like, stuff that I would think I could eat, I could not eat. The majority of the stuff I had my first trimester was cold. Like, I couldn't really eat hot food like that. It made me feel really sick. So, or if I could eat something, it'd be something I ain't had no business eating, like a hot dog. Like, that's not something you should be eating a lot of. I had a lot of hot dogs. And the only thing that I could eat hot was nachos and tacos. And I kind of think because they had a lot of cold stuff on it, like, but that's the only stuff I could eat. But I had started having cravings. I used to want, like I said, nachos and tacos. I could eat that every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Nachos, tacos, any type of stuff like that, I could eat it. I wanted hot dogs from the gas station. Not even good hot dogs, like just any cheap hot dog. Good job. And then I wanted to have soda. I'm not a soda drinker. Everybody that know me know I'm not going to go for a soda first. I drink water or juice first. But when I was pregnant with my son, and not even that, I wanted like a Sprite or like a Coke. No, I wanted like Chet soda or like an off-name brand Dollar Tree soda or cereal or like cheap off-name brand snacks was everything. Thank God for prenatal vitamins, because my son wouldn't have had no vitamins from that whole first trimester unless it was something from a nacho or a taco, for real, for real.
Tell them about your hot fries.
Oh, and my hot fries. Okay, so I had started getting heartburn really early. So I used to get so mad at him. This guy used to be like, don't eat no hot food. Don't feed my baby that hot stuff. It's me. We'll go get me some hot sauce. And I love hot fries.
You're hard-headed.
Very hard-headed. And literally be in tears waking him up all night. He's in my chest. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm finna throw up fire. Like, I was like always having heartburn. But I didn't listen at all. I used to be like, I'm still gonna eat my hot food. And then one day I was kind of like, well, what's wrong with him? Because he got me a whole bag of them and just was like, here. I guess he got tired of me tripping about it. Y'all, when I tell you that taught me the best lesson out of my whole pregnancy, because I ate that whole bag of hot fries and suffered for like 3 days. And I was like, okay, no more hot food. Like, and I didn't give him no more hard times about it. I used to be like, okay, no more hot sauce. I don't want no peppers on nothing. I don't want no more hot fries. I'm good, love. Enjoy. I'm gonna do right from here on out, because that junk hurted so bad. So almost every day I would like be brainstorming names. Like, I was obsessed over what I'm gonna name my baby. Y'all, my list was so long. Well, I don't want to say so long, but it had like a good amount of names on it. So if I was having a girl, nobody else liked this name except for maybe one person. One other person. I wanted to name my daughter Taya. Nobody liked Taya. Nobody. But I didn't care. I was going to name my baby Taya. Then I liked Taylor. I liked Tyler for a girl. And I liked Tristan. I think that's all the girl names I had. And then if it was a boy, I wanted to name my little boy Tristan, Titan, or Titus. And then I want to say I put Tucson on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tucson was on the list.
It was an option still.
It was an option. So his name. What was your name you wanted to name? Yeah, so I liked all of those names. And TJ liked
Tucson.
It was no other way around it. Like,
I knew it was gonna be a boy, and his name was gonna be Tucson. Period.
That's all that mattered. Period. So, September 5th, we found out that we were having a boy. We went to the doctor's office, like, the day before. This boy did not move, y'all. Like, he did not move. The whole morning, he didn't move. I purposely got orange juice for breakfast so that in hopes that he would, like, move around and kind of, like, you know, let us see what he was. Because I was so scared to go to my appointment and they say, oh, we tried the baby in his leg, so we don't know what it was. So I was like, oh, please let him move, him, whatever. I didn't care what we had. I just wanted a healthy baby. I was not picky. I just was thankful. So when we went in, my first of all, my doctor knew for a fact that it was a girl, because he was like, oh, girls are so active. I barely even have to give you a test, girl. I barely got to give you a sonogram, honey. This is a girl. I know it's the girl. My sister knew it was a girl. She was like, oh no, this baby active. This a girl. I didn't really, it didn't matter to me. But I did catch myself saying him a lot, or he, like right before we found out. But when we went, the second the doctor put the little thing on my stomach with the gel, penis. That's the first thing you saw. And my husband was so happy. Like, he bust out smiling like, oh, child, I knew that.
I already knew.
He was happy. I was happy. I think everybody in the room was happy, but my sister, she was shocked. My doctor was shocked. Like, he was like, oh, you know. He's been my doctor for so long, y'all. It's actually his fault that we had T. Y'all, he would not write my birth control prescription again. He was like, oh, no, you and TJ, it's time for y'all to have a baby. You've been on birth control too long.
Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, doctor. I won't say his name, but thank you. Yeah, he wouldn't write it. So he was cool about it. He's always been calm. He was really supportive during my pregnancy. Like, this doctor gave me an ultrasound whenever I wanted one. Like, I rarely went and didn't get an ultrasound. I went a lot though. And when we found out, TJ, of course, told, who did you tell first?
I think I told my daddy. Because he was the one that wanted to know it was a boy, so we can go ahead and name him Toussaint.
Period. Just that's it. His name Toussaint. Good job. His name was Toussaint, so we had to tell him. And I think I called my dad first, because my daddy just knew it was a girl. So I called my daddy. He was like, child, I don't believe it's no boy, honey. I'm gonna have to see this baby when he get ill. I still think it's my granddaughter, but congratulations. And then I told my mom, and she was like, oh, that's so good. I don't really think that she didn't really think of the baby as being a boy or a girl, I don't think. But she was excited.
I told my mom she was excited too, to have a grandson.
Yeah, and right away, everybody was like, oh, Toussaint this, Toussaint that. I thought we were still figuring names out, y'all. I literally did. I literally, but I did feel defeated the second I found out it was a boy. I was like, this is about to be a problem about these names. I already saw his face when I said my little names. And knew his name was going to be Toussaint. So during my pregnancy, y'all, we had so much support and people doing nice, kind stuff for us. Y'all forgive me if I forget anything, y'all. I'm not purposely doing it. So one of the nicest things we kept getting was our moms and my sister always bought him stuff. Like, every time we turn around, they like, oh, we got the baby something. Or, oh, send us pictures of stuff like during the day. Like, look what we got him. I know one time with my sister, I was not. So I came home from his house one day and I was so tired. I was like, bro, I just want to go to sleep. I don't know what was wrong. I think I was nauseous too and I had no appetite. But when I opened my door, like I said, my sister had a key to my house. It was so cute, y'all. She had like a bathtub for the baby. And she had like blankets in it, diapers, bottles, and I think it was like onesies. It was so cute, y'all. It made me cry. I was like, that is so nice. Because I really was like, oh, she already bought him so much stuff. It's so nice. But like, she bought him that stuff and had it there. That was so sweet. And of course, my mom, my sister, and my mother-in-law would cook stuff for me all the time. Like, if I wanted something, they would cook it. And my fiance, he would cook stuff too all the time. And I had one of my friends, Jalissa, she came and she had brought my baby some Florida State stuff. And she bought him some diapers. And I thought that was so cute because she didn't have to do it. It just was like out of kindness of her heart. She was like, friend, come outside so I can give you this baby stuff. And it was just so cute. And my friend Whitley also, she had called me one day and she was like, hey, I want to make brunch for you. Y'all want to tell y'all that food was so good. Thank you, Whitley, because you don't know what that did. And that was so sweet. We sat and caught up. She like asked me about my pregnancy, and she like really listened and really like care, and she really used to check on me. Like I had a lot of people checking on me, but I just was so thankful for that because Whitley's been my friend since I was in the 4th grade. So let's start with talking about these pains. So when I was about 21 weeks, I was having a lot of pains, and then they stopped, and I was so happy. But when I was like 24 weeks, I started having them again, but they were more intense. And I didn't know if they were contractions or just pressure. But oh my gosh, y'all, they were so bad. It used to literally feel like some scissors getting jammed up my private parts. Like that was the pain. So I went to the doctor and I was like, listen, I don't know what this baby doing in here, but something going on. Y'all need to check. So he checked me, and it's my son that was putting his head in the birth canal and doing flips. Like, he literally caught him doing it while he was doing my ultrasound. So he was like, that's why you in so much pain. But that's going to be something that he's going to have to stop doing on his own. He's a baby. You can't make him stop doing it. He's right. He continued to do this from the time I was 24 weeks until I was 28 weeks. And it used to, like, stop me in my tracks. Like, I couldn't even go walking in the store without feeling like, oh my gosh, like I can't even move because this pain is so bad. It's so intense. I'm in so much pain. So, the night before I had him, it was November, and I was supposed to have him in February. So I was like, okay, why am I in so much pain like this? This pain is way worse than the pain has been. I'm having pressure. My back is hurting. My hips hurt. My dang on butt hurt. My private parts. Everything hurt that's supposed to hurt for labor. This hurt. So I called my doctor and asked him, hey, am I supposed to come in right now because this not feeling good? So my doctor, he's so cool and laid back. Kenisha, did you lose your mucus plug? Okay, no. Okay, you're fine. Oh, you timing the contractions? How far along are they? Okay, no contractions every few minutes. Okay, you're fine. Are you bleeding? Okay, no. Okay, stay home. You're good. So I called him again. He was like, did you lose your mucus plug? Did your water break? I was like, no. So he was like, okay, stay home. I can't keep checking you. You're going to get an infection. So he was like, you have a nice night, and if you get concerned, call me back. Stay concerned all night. So, with these things not going on that he asked me about, I wasn't aware that I was in labor. So I was like, okay, well, none of this stuff going on. I'm going to try to lay down. I got in the shower. All night long, I woke this one up. TJ, is the baby coming out? I know he got sick of me, y'all. We woke up all night long, all throughout the night. I had to keep checking. Is he coming out? Because I felt like I was either going to have him in the bed or in the bathroom, because I kept going back and forth to the bathroom. And every time I went to use the bathroom, y'all, this pain got worse. But I went to the bathroom so many times. So, some type of way I was able to fall asleep, thank God, and sleep for a few hours. So when I woke up, it maybe was like, it was early, but I went to the bathroom around 9:30, and when I wiped, it looked like somebody blew so much snot into the tissue, and it was like a little gristle thing on it. So I called my doctor, and I was like, hey, I think something's wrong. But at this point, y'all, I was in no pain. I felt so much better. So he was like, that's your mucus plug. Be in by 10:30. So when I was pregnant with him, he used to work like 7 days a week. The day he was off.
Just so happened. Had my own appointment to go to.
Yeah, so he went to his appointment. So when he said 10:30, I was like, okay, I'm gonna just get myself ready. I done told TJ on the phone, like, hey, I'm finna get ready to fix me some food. And he was like, Quinn, I think you should just go to the doctor. So I was like, okay. I got in the car, drive myself there. I'm having a good time. Me and him laughing on the phone the whole time there. I check in. He ended up meeting me at my doctor's appointment. So when we got called in the back, we was laughing, joking, you know, like not taking the situation serious. Like all we do is play anyway. So we was laughing and we was like, oh my gosh, like, what if she come in here and say I'm in labor? What if this happened? What if I'm about to have a baby? Like, just dying laughing. And on the way to the doctors, I think we both called our mom and I let my sister know, hey, I have to go to the hospital. I lost my mucus plug. So my mom was already at the doctor, well, already at the hospital that I had to go to, taking my uncle to an appointment. And in walks the nurse. She was like, oh, I'm just going to check you. And then the doctor will be in a little while. You know, she was so chill. She checked me, but she went out of the room. She kind of like ran out the room with her glove on. So I was like, oh my gosh. So we instantly stopped playing because now everything got real. Like something serious is going on. So in rushes my doctor, sir, you ain't had none of this urgency yesterday. Don't try to get nothing done now. Here he come. Oh, Kenesha, you're 4 centimeters dilated. Are you in any pain? So I'm like, no, sir, I feel fine. Are you sure? I say, yes, sir. Okay, well, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to give you and the baby some medication to prevent you having the baby early. And you have to stay here until February. We want you on bed rest to keep a close eye on you. February.
From November.
Who finna stay here? First of all, well, I didn't mind the part when they said I had to stay there until I remembered my hair was not done. Y'all, I had the ugliest, raggediest, look like uneven, driest, packed down fro anybody could ever even have nightmares about. Y'all, this thing was...
You look that bad to me.
Well, thank you so much. Something told me don't take my braids out. And I took them out anyways. I should have kept those braids in. Anyway, that's the first thing I kept thinking. Like, oh, okay, yeah, stay here till February. First thing I asked the nurse when they put the catheter in, I said, hey, excuse me, can you find out if somebody can come in here and do my hair? Like, is that okay? Is that against hospital policies? Like, I need my friend to come put some braids in my hair. They laughed. You know, I was dead serious. Forget the catheter.
So
Who finna come visit me and I look like this? Girl, no ma'am. So, she was like, oh yeah, I checked. They said somebody can come do it. Okay, cool. That's all I'm worried about. At that point, I'm laughing. I'm joking. I'm talking to my fiance. My mom and my aunt came up. So they was checking on me, you know, talking. Everybody in a good mood. Everybody chilling. So they hooked me up to the contraction machine. They gave me something to stop my labor. And they also gave my son a shot of steroids or whatever to try to help, I guess, grow him faster. I don't know. So I got all this stuff and we was kind of chilling out, and and my aunt looked at the machine. Anybody that know my auntie know she not finna stand there with you while you have your baby. She's leaving. Bye. Like, love you, sis. I hope you can make it through. Bye. So she was in there with me. She was like, oh no, baby, auntie got to go. I love you. So she left. And my cousin worked at the hospital, thank God. And my mama, she was in there. She was like, oh, okay, well, it's okay. You know, your mom here. I'm going to look out for you. So the lady came in for the ultrasound. And she gave us a 3D ultrasound, which I was so excited about because I was like, I want to see what my baby looked like. So she did the ultrasound, and me and his daddy was like totally oblivious to the obvious. I know I wasn't really... Certain stuff was flying over my head that day, y'all. But she checked Toussaint, and she was like, oh, he's so handsome. You know, we all like, oh, he's so cute. Look at him. My mama was like, he's so cute. He looked like Michael Jackson. So we got our little sonogram. So we excited at this point. Nothing can stop us now because we see what our baby look like. So my mom was like, hi, excuse me. Where is his other foot? I don't see it. And she was like, you know, unplugged her stuff, y'all. She was trying to get out of Dodge. She was like, oh, you know, be blessed. Have a good day. He's so handsome. Congratulations again. So, you know, all this stuff is like flying over my head. So I'm like, oh, that's so sweet of her. She is a nice lady. I like her. So as she was saying the congratulations, she was unplugging her stuff, to leave out of the room. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I turn around and talk. I don't even remember what I was going to talk about because the door flies open. In comes my doctor. In comes an anesthesiologist and 2 nurses. But what y'all doing with these blue scrubs on? What y'all need that for? I'm staying here till February. Why y'all coming in here like that? So he came in, like I told y'all, this doctor's so chill. He's so relaxed. Y'all, this man nerves was bad. You hear me? He came in. He was like, oh, hi, Kanisha. Excuse me. Here, TJ.
Threw me the scrubs. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? What you mean?
Put it on now, bro. Like, he gave TJ the scrub. So I'm still confused trying to process stuff because I'm looking around like, hey, well, what everybody need blue scrubs for? While I'm thinking this, they snatching the cover off me. They unhooking the catheter.
It was swift.
Right. And then they shaving me one time for that shaver too. But anyway, they shaving me down and he's explaining to me that, hey, we have to give you an emergency C-section right now because your baby's foot is stuck in your cervix and he has the cord wrapped around his foot and his neck. So as he's getting upset and like trying to get his foot out, it's choking him basically. So I was like, oh my gosh, oh, that's so scary. Like, what? I got to get a C-section. So as I'm trying to figure this out, he's getting dressed. And I look to my mama, y'all. So anybody that know my mama knows she's so strong, y'all. I looked at my mama. That woman started tearing up. Ooh, I got so scared because I like literally always looked at my mama and she always got her head up high. She know the answer to everything. Everything gonna be fine. But she looked scared this day and I was like, oh my gosh. So I had to instantly start praying because honestly my first thought was, oh my gosh, like me or my baby is gonna die today. I feel it. Like, had to pray that away because that wasn't nothing but the devil, honey. But they start giving me papers to sign, you know, like, hey, if you pass away, who would you want to help, you know, like in conclusion with his dad, who would you want to have guardianship of your son? So I'm signing all this stuff. All at the same time, y'all, they prepping me for my C-section. I got a spinal tap because I have scoliosis, so I couldn't get the epidural. I'm getting my spinal tap. Y'all, this lady had me so shook. She was like, oh, it's going to burn so bad. Oh, you know, when I give it to you, I'm already sorry because you're going to be in tears. This might hurt worse than the C-section. I ain't never had no C-section, so I'm scared. C-sections sound like they hurt. But you mean it's going to hurt worse than the C-section. So she gave it to me, y'all. It literally felt like a little pinch. Did not burn, did not hurt. That was a good technique because I let it have my nerves bad. So when I actually did it, it was cool. So I went ahead and got my C-section. But when... I don't think, did they get you right away?
No.
Okay, so apparently my C-section had already started. So y'all, I was praying myself through it like, oh, Lord Jesus, please. Because when it first started, I was in there by myself.
They told me to sit in the hallway and they'll call me. And I was so nervous. I didn't know what was going on. I'm just sitting in the hallway with some scrubs on like, bruh.
Okay, we supposed to meet him when? Here he come. So... whenever he was out there, I was thinking the same thing. Like, what they told TJ to do? Wait, somebody need to be in here with me. Why am I by myself? What's going on? Why they didn't go get him? So I was laying there, and I really think them nurses thought I was slow, y'all, because it was like, she must not know what's going on. Why she smiling? Why she acting happy? But I was like literally at peace with the situation. Like, I prayed about it, and I knew for a fact everything was going to be fine. So, they started the C-section when you came in?
Yeah, you was already cut open.
Okay, so, I was smiling. TJ's face gave it away. Like...
it looked like a scene from Saw. Something like that.
He was completely disgusted. You hear me? Like, he was done. Like, what in the world? And he was like, what you saying?
First of all, I walked in and your whole uterus was sitting on your lap. See like 5, 6 pictures of Kool-Aid pictures of blood.
But I was happy.
It was a big sheet cover, so she can't see what I'm seeing. I walked past the sheet thinking like she could be asleep or whatever. She just sitting there like,
yes, I get to meet my son.
oh my gosh, we gonna meet the baby. And I'm like, Oh, you don't see what they doing. You don't know what they
Y'all, that's exactly. He was like, Queen, do you know what they doing to you? I was like, yeah. Yeah, but I get to meet the baby. I'm so excited.
Just
like
cheese with a uterus on the lap.
Yeah, I was excited. But y'all, they had to take my uterus out because my baby foot was stuck. So y'all, instead of my cut just being like this, I have a cut like that. Well, y'all get it. So my cut is like a cross. So they got T out. Like, well, first of all, before they did the uterus thing, when they did him, like the tape, tried to get him out with just like the regular little cut, y'all, they was shaking the table so hard trying to get him out. I was gonna fall off the table. And they was like, hey, we can't get him out that way. We're going to have to put her uterus on her lap. So I heard them say it, but I mean, it didn't scare me. I was like, whatever. It got to be done. My baby got to get out. So long as he good, I'm good. So, Tucson was born. He didn't have a really loud cry. It was really low. But at first I was scared because I didn't hear her cry. But his cry sounded like he sounds so angry. Like, it wasn't like I'm scared and cold cry. It was like, why y'all came in here effing with me? Who came to get me out? Because I'm finna find them and beat them up cry. And y'all, my baby was so nasty when he first was born. Like, not nasty like, oh, he got stuff in him. Nasty like, oh, that attitude. That unit. Y'all, he get them looks on his face from his mama, y'all. But my baby was born and I couldn't hold him. So they kind of like put him to me to get him a kiss. Y'all, I kissed him. And I was like, Mommy love you. He looked and he did a nasty look. Wait, we just met. I mean, hi. But y'all, he was so funky. And like, he was very smart though, because when TJ said something, he turned around like, that's to talk to my mama's stomach all the time.
I always called him Daddy Man. As soon as I said Daddy Man, he perked up like, wait.
Yeah, he turned his head like... But he was nasty with you too though, right? Like when he first seen you.
He had a unit on his face like we were beefing or something.
He was done. He was done with everybody. Like... And the man told me, the man who would be his doctor told me if he was 2 pounds and 4 ounces that he would have to go to Gainesville. I would have to stay in the hospital I was in. So I was like, oh my gosh, the devil is a big lie. Because first of all, if you take my child, I'm leaving. I don't care what type of surgery I had. I'm leaving this hospital, period. You ain't gonna have to check nothing, sis, because I'm gonna be in Gainesville, period. Don't worry about it. So, when he told me that was my first thought. Then my second thought was, you got this far, just pray about it. Oh, by the way, y'all, first of all, let me back it up a little bit. I almost died when I had T. I almost bled to death. Like, I literally felt myself finna die. Like, my eyes were on the back. I started feeling real warm. Y'all, I saw light and everything. Not even over-exaggerating, y'all. So serious. My grandma died when I was little, and she had a particular scent about her. And, y'all, I smelled that scent. I saw the light, and I was so relaxed. But when I heard them say, oh, Miss Howard, you're about to meet your baby. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, Lord, because I got to go meet my baby. So, y'all, I was able to, like, thank God. But I prayed about it so much because once I was able to open my eyes and, like, really see my baby, I was like, I'm going to be the best mom I can be, like, to my baby. Like, if you could get me past this point, Lord, with your help, Lord, I'll do the rest. With no problem. I got it. So, I prayed again when the man said that if he 2 pounds and 4 ounces, he got to go. So, y'all, Tucson was 2 pounds and 8 ounces. Thank God. So, he got to stay at the hospital with me. Where did they take him? Because him and T left.
Right, that's it, the umbilical cord.
Yeah, and then did you go to NICU? Like, follow him to NICU?
No, they took him down to NICU, and I went and told our mom them that was waiting in the other room.
Okay, so he was... Sometimes, I don't know. I can't remember who got in contact with who, y'all. But we was able to have all of our parents there. We both had our sister. And Tucson even had his great-grandma there, too. You know, like, waiting on us when we got out. Y'all... well, first of all, I went into a recovery room, y'all. My sister and my sister-in-law was crying. It's not funny, but it was so sweet, y'all. They was, like, really concerned about me and T. And they like, really was just checking on me. But once they saw I was fine, they were okay. My niece looked so concerned. She was looking like, what's wrong with my auntie? Why she in this bed? But when I got in the hallway, y'all, to go to my actual room, it was so many people waiting on us. And y'all, my father-in-law was dancing, y'all. He was doing a whipping and nay-nay.
My boy was doing it so wrong.
Yeah, his whip was the nay-nay. His nay-nay was the whip. But that's cool because he was excited. And he was excited. So, he was there. And everybody was there, you know, waiting on T. Waiting. Everybody was there to check on me. I kind of think, yeah, it was a lot of people. So, when we got in the room, my mother-in-law let me know, hey, when you start feeling your toe, you need to tell them you need pain medicine right now. But I kind of thought it was going to wear off slowly. You know, like you might get like a numb. You know how when you get your tooth pulled, you feel your lip first, then something else. That's what I thought it was going to be, y'all. Girl. When I felt my toe, I went to feeling my ankle, my knee, my uterus, my cut, everything in like 10 seconds. Baby, that pain hit me. Y'all, I don't curse in front of older people, but when I tell y'all, I let so many F-bombs and everything out because I
may ring.
Okay, go ahead. You can eat. So, y'all, I threw up so many times. Y'all, so it's my father-in-law and my mama emptying out the throw up buckets, getting me warm rags, saying motivating stuff, y'all. That was so sweet. Like, it's okay. Let it all out. You throw up if you got. You cuss if you got to. Do what you gotta do. You, like, this is a crazy situation. So, I was like, oh my gosh. So, once I was able to stop, y'all, I was throwing up so bad, they gave me ice chips. Before the ice chips, you know how sometimes, girl, you need you something to drink so bad with them little hospital ice chips, honey. Some of them might go down your throat when you trying to chew on. Girl, they couldn't even melt. I was throwing them up. I threw the pills up. They gave me a pain pill. They gave me a nausea pill. I threw everything up. Now, for the life of me, this just not popped in my head. What I had an IV for, and they was giving me pills, and they knew I was throwing up. Anyway, so during the night, most of everybody stayed until it was like I started falling asleep, and then everybody left. My nurse was very nice the first night. Y'all, fellas, if you watching this, you might want to leave the video now. Y'all, so with Tucson's foot being stuck, my private parts was swollen. Like, they didn't even let me wear underwear. Like, they literally take that big behind pad to my stomach and my back, y'all. And they was like, you can't wear underwear until your swelling go down. So I felt so upset because I was like, wait. So my private parts swollen. They hurt. On top of this cut, like, what? Like, what? Who does that? T, really? You did a number on me. But anyway, y'all, the lady was so nice, y'all. Like, when I tell y'all one time for the nurses that do the labor and delivery, this lady was an angel. She was so nice, y'all. She changed that big up behind pad, the little under thing that you sit on. She changed that with no problems. And she go, oh, I can help you go to the bathroom. This is not a big deal. I see this every day. Honey, let's get up. You can do it. So one thing I really liked about the lady that stood out, she told me, you know, you have a baby in a NICU. You don't have to walk now, but I want you to get up because I know you can do it. And you have to be strength for your baby. You can't just sit down. So, of course, anybody that know me know I was going to get up anyway. But when she said that, y'all, this lady, TJ was sleeping in the NICU, y'all. he was already in there with T. So, I wanted to go see the baby in the NICU because I hadn't seen him since I had him. So, this was like in the middle of the night. This lady got me up and she was like, you can sit in a wheelchair and I can roll you down there. I was like, no ma'am, I want to walk. Like, I put my little nightgown on. I took me and they had me so far away from the NICU, but I took me a long, so I promise it probably took me about 45 minutes to get down there, so it's no lie.
It was just a stroll in.
Yeah, I went down there. The lady asked me, hey, do you want me to wheel you in? No ma'am, but you can, as long as I got this wheelchair sitting in if I get too tired. So I walked down there, I sat over my baby, I saw them and they came in, you know, the doctors and the nurses, they introduced themselves, told me who they were, and they started to tell me everything that was going on with T. So T was born at 28 weeks, and by the grace of God, he did not, shockingly, he didn't need oxygen, but they gave him a nasal cannula just to help him if he got exhausted from trying to breathe on his own. He had 2 IVs, and he had a feeding tube, and he had a port to his heart through his umbilical, where his umbilical cord was. So we couldn't move him. And Tucson was very moody from day one. Like, he was not having it. His pressure kept raising because, like, if you touch him, he was getting mad and upset. If a baby cried, there go his pressure. Like, he didn't like noise. He didn't like light. He didn't like to be bothered. So all that stuff was raising his pressure. So of course they were concerned. They told us that he was anemic. That's the only thing they told us at first, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, and the jaundice. So they told us he had jaundice and he had to be on a jaundice light and he needed a mask. So they started treatment for the jaundice right away. So the treatment lasted, was it 2 or 3 days?
I think like 3 days.
3. So I left the hospital after 2 days. So we had to end up leaving T. So when he, y'all, he was on the little jaundice mask. In my mind, my baby know for a fact that I'm his mama and I gotta leave the hospital, and he know he about to be at this hospital by himself. I don't know these people. I don't know what they could do to my baby. I don't know if he gonna be okay. I don't know none of this. So y'all, I'm crying. Well, not right away. I tried to be like strong. So I ended up leaving my phone in the NICU. So when the lady was wheeling me downstairs, she was like, hey, I'm gonna help you get in the car. So when I was on the elevator, she was like, Mom, you forgot your phone. We have to turn around. But y'all, I just knew I was gonna break down. I told her, lady, leave that phone in there. Do not turn me back around because I'm finna lose it. So she was like, oh no, Mom, how is the NICU? How will the NICU reach you if you leave your phone? Sis, you right. Now I gotta turn around and get my phone because I gotta see about my baby. So she took me back up there. We got it. Y'all, when I got in the car, I lost my mind. Like, I was crying so bad, y'all. Like, listen, it ain't no pain like knowing that you got a baby and you know you're supposed to leave. Like, in your mind, you know that your baby is supposed to be like, we leave together. My baby gonna be healthy. And when I go home, the only thing I'm gonna have to worry about is getting rest. Like, that's, in my mind, that was my typical birth story for my child. But we had to leave him. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is terrible. So we got our whole back seat full of, like, gifts that people brought, flowers, balloons. Oh my gosh. When I was driving, because TJ went to go get me a breast pump, and I rode with my mama, I cried all the way from the hospital to my mama's house, like, non-stop. Y'all, it was so bad. People was, like, honking and horning at us, like, are you okay? People was, like, waving. Like, I literally had seen this one lady. I don't know what's the little thing where they do the little cross thing and kiss. I saw a lady do that. That was an older lady that was riding past us. Y'all, I was just so upset. I cried so bad. When I got to my mom's house, my daddy was like, hey, if you don't stop all that crying, I'm gonna go take that baby from the hospital and bring him home. Just stop crying. My daddy, like, literally don't like to see us crying. So I was like, no, don't take my baby. So he's like, you better stop all that crying. So I stopped crying, and then I start back crying. So my sister and my niece came. So I was like, okay, I know for a fact I can't cry like this in front of my niece because it's gonna scare her. So I stopped crying, and they cheered me up. And my niece was like, hug me, hugging me, and lay my head on her and stuff. She was patting my head. So I was like, oh, that's so sweet. I feel so much better. So my mom and dad were helping me with it. And then when he came back, oh gosh, I started crying again. Y'all, I cried.
Waterhead.
Yeah, I cried probably the whole first 2-3 days. Everything made me cry, and I called the NICU non-stop, y'all. Like, I'm gonna blow y'all phone up. Y'all gonna know I care about my child. And the second that I could get up there, I'm coming. Like, I was in so much pain, though, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I used to sit up there and be like, I don't care how bad I'm hurting. I'm gonna sit in this chair, and I'm gonna do what I can. I couldn't do nothing for my child, y'all, but sit in there. And I used to really sit in there and just cry. Sit in there in the NICU, cry. It got so bad, people start putting me out. He used to be like, Mom, you have to get out. You have to go. You're raising his pressure. And this every other day, I had to get kicked out for a little while. So I want to say maybe the third or fourth day, we got accepted to
the River House.
The River House. It's part of the hospital. It's part of a St. Vincent's extended stay. they'll give you a room to live in for however long you need it, just so you can be closer to the hospital for treatment or for a family member. So we were able to stay in the River House, do 1 feed in a day. So anybody that know me, y'all, I sat up there all day. When I woke up, oh no, I'm in the NICU. And people start telling me, go eat, go take a nap, go do something. You always in here. No, ma'am, I'm gonna be in y'all face about my child. Like I want to know everything I can know about him. I want him to know I'm here, and I want to help. Like I want to help take care of my kid. I'm not finna just lay in the room and be like, oh, tired. I don't feel good. They got it. That's their job. No, sis. Let me change his diaper. Let me whatever I could do. So after that, like I said, Tucson had a lot of tubes, and y'all, this boy was so busy. He was pulling the tubes and the IVs. He was doing all that, putting all that stuff out, and he was like such a new baby. It got so bad they put Tucson like a little a fabric cast around his arm and pinned his arm down so that he couldn't get to it. Okay, so I had to start educating myself on what he needed to do for him to get home, what certain things meant, and what my rights were as a parent, like in the NICU. What can I do? So I couldn't hold him because he had a port. So once he got the port removed, I was able to hold him, which was a while. Like I had to wait a while to hold him. But there was a nurse there. Her name was Brianna. And Brianna would educate me a lot and let me know, hey, you know, you are supposed to be able to do this. They can't tell you no with this. You can do this. You can start pressuring them to let you bathe him, let you feed him. He should be having his first bottle by now. Like, she did a lot of stuff like that. Every day she would come in and tell me what he should be able to do and what I should be able to do to be more active with him. So a few of the things that he had to be able to do was he had to be 4 pounds to go home. He had to be able to keep himself warm, eat 2 ounces of his bottle, and he had to get off of his oxygen. So y'all, that was like up and down for like the next few weeks. Like all of those things were so hard for him to do. But when he was able to do one, he was able to do everything. The only thing Tucson had a problem with was gaining weight. He had his little breast milk. I was pumping for him. It was giving him weight, but all the little fits and snatching stuff out and fighting and all that, that was making him lose weight. So he had a hard time. He always been so, I don't know. So like he just been a trip. He's been a very flip baby since day one. So he was able, he was in the hospital for a while with that because he couldn't gain weight. He was anemic and he had to get 2 blood transfusions. And he had these things called Brady attacks. Y'all, Brady attacks are so scary. Tucson has flatlined a few times because his heart would stop beating and he wouldn't be breathing. So you have to put your fingers on his chest and kind of like shake him just to kind of like remind him, I guess, like, hey, breathe, and kind of like help his heart a little bit. While he was in the NICU, he has had like an IV in his head and he had a brain bleed. So with his brain bleed, they kind of prepared me, hey, you know, it's certain things that he's not going to be able to do as he grows up. He probably won't be able to talk. He probably won't be walking. It's going to be hard for him to learn stuff. And he probably will crawl around the time he's probably like 2. So whenever they said all these stuff, y'all, I really was just like, well, I'm just worried about getting him home. And we're going to pray past the rest because I will not accept that part. I won't claim that in my child life. I'm finna come play with you. I won't claim that in my child life at all, first of all. So, you know, we always prayed stuff like that away. And his granddad prayed over him one day. When they were preparing me to tell me that he had to have brain surgery, we had to fill out all the paperwork and everything. Because he had the whole back of his skull was full of blood from his brain bleed. And that was like a Wednesday or Thursday. So Monday they took him in for his they brought the machine in for his CAT scan, and it went from the whole back of his skull to like smaller than the size of a dime. So thank God for that. So he didn't have to have brain surgery. Tucson was able to keep himself warm. He did really good with baths. He started doing the 2 ounces, and he did everything else he needed to do, and he was able to get off all his oxygen. All the tubes were gone. He got circumcised his last day in the NICU, and we got to room in with him. And with rooming in, it's kind of still like you get like a hospital room, but it's kind of like your practice to take your baby home for them to make sure all his vitals are okay still. Like you can spend the night with your baby while the nurses still get to check on him and make sure he's fine. So we did that, and when we roomed in, it went amazing. He was a good baby throughout the first night. When they released Tucson, he was released to Nemours for his specialty care. So we've been to every floor of Nemours. Like, he had to get checked for everything. And for a while, maybe like his first year, maybe a year and a half. No, I want to say maybe first 2 years. He was in a lot of the specialty care clinics still. We had to go to the neurologist still, the ophthalmologist. He had to get his kidneys checked. He had to have egg braces for a little while, but he was able to learn to walk. He had 2 surgeries. And other than that, he's been pretty good. Since he's turned 3 years old, he's been released from all of his specialty care, except for ophthalmology and neurology. With him being born so early, he's going to have to go to that for a while. But now, Tucson is 3. He's very smart. The only thing is he wears glasses now, but I kind of think he likes it because everybody gives him compliments and always says how cute he is because he's so little with glasses. He's really smart. He's spelling his name. He's doing everything that I don't want to say that science said he wouldn't do. He's able to do. He's a blessing, and I'm definitely thankful to have him. And if any other moms are going through anything like a premature baby, or staying in NICU, anything like that, y'all make sure y'all always like check on them. And moms that are going through that, always make sure you reach out and speak to somebody. Whatever you're feeling is okay to feel. If you're angry, upset, whatever, just make sure you talk to somebody and keep the lines of communication open. If you feel depressed or upset, make sure you talk about it. And ladies, even if you're not going through that, if you have postpartum depression, or even if you have a family member that you think might be going through it, make sure you check on them and make sure you be a resource for them or get them the help that they need. Thank you for watching my video, guys. Thank you for your support. Y'all remember to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so y'all know when I make another video. Y'all make sure y'all leave in the comments if y'all have any questions, or just to leave anything, y'all. But thank y'all for watching.
Last night I prayed on a falling star that you'll never have a broken heart. Though the world is cold, just remember who you are. And I pray that you'll never have a rainy day. And no matter what people say, even when it hurts, it'll be okay. Tomorrow brings new promise, so don't worry about today. The first time I saw you, I knew my life had changed. I would have been dead and gone, but I found purpose when I brought you home. And even though I'm not there to tuck you in every day, I'm not far away. This is what I'm of. Last night I prayed on a falling star that you'll never have a broken heart. Though the world is cold, please remember who you are. And I pray that you'll never have a rainy day. And no matter what the people say, in your darkest hours I'll help guide your way. Those dreams you have, I want you to chase them, chase them. This bond we got, let nobody break it, break it. Even when I'm on the road and I can't see your face, this music will never take your place. I love